So Henry Kissinger's opening address at the World Economic Forum in 1980 conference, he said, for the first time in history, foreign policy is truly global. Well, I remember when I talk of globalization, it was in early 2000. But you know what? These people are actually long started their vision of globalization like 20 more years ago, from the early 2000s, right? This is 1980. So on the picture, you see on the left is Kissinger. In the middle is Klaus Schwab. That's a very young Klaus Schwab in 1980. And then on the right-hand side is the Prime Minister of UK. Okay, so Ted Heath. Okay, so that's a picture of him. So this is where communism changes you. Once you actually engage with dark, evil ideology, it changes the person. So I can tell you how they changed Henry Kissinger. Okay, so the first sentence Henry Kissinger wrote in his book in 1979. He actually wrote many memoirs. I think this is the first one. And in this book, he said, once China becomes strong enough to stand alone, it might discard us. A little later, it might turn against us if its perception of its interests requires it. I would say, in 1979, he made a sentence. The sentence that he made is absolutely makes sense, make a lot of sense. And he's very clear-minded because he knows China well. Remember from 1971 to 1976, only short 6 years, not even 6 years yet, he visited China 9 times. Okay, he met with the Zhou Enlai, the premier. He also met with Mao Zedong. Okay, they meet them multiple times, and they sometimes even have a phone conversation like dozens of hours through these years. So he knew China. He knew the Chinese Communist Party better than any Western diplomats or any advisors. And he wrote his commentary that day. Okay, in that year, in 2079. That's absolutely accurate, I would say. But what's changed? Okay, let's take a look at what he said in a speech at the Economic Club of Detroit in 1985. Okay, so the most sophisticated, clear-headed, unsentimental, and unemotional analysis of foreign policy I have ever seen is to be found in Beijing. They demonstrated that a country that has survived with uninterrupted independence for 3,000 years did not do by accident. Okay, you can clearly see a position shift here, do you? Okay, so not only he did a position complete shift, he lied. Because the 3,000 years of history has nothing to do with Chinese Communist Party. He knew it. He knew better than anybody, but he lied.